Hey everyone, Black6 from BZPower back here for another set review. Today we have got 70186, Benny's Spaceship Spaceship Spaceship, which retails in the US for $100 and contains 940 pieces. Although now that we're in December, that we've seen it on sale a couple times for about 80 bucks. So if you haven't picked up this set yet, and are looking for it, keep your eyes peeled for some nice sales. Anyway, this is one of the LEGO movie sets that came out around the middle of the year after the movie had been released, and you know, it's featured prominently near the end of the movie. If you haven't seen the movie just yet, pause this review right now, go buy the movie, watch it, and then come back. There will probably be some spoilers discussed here in this review, but regardless of that, you should watch that movie anyway because it is fantastic. Anyway, onto the set. Features the spaceship prominently. This is a really big box, but the spaceship is really big too, so it takes up the majority of the box. We also see that some of the action features kind of called out on, so we can see this ship here. We can see that those detach, like Emmett is on one over there, and we can see there's also a bad guy, one of the super secret police in another spaceship, much smaller one, coming to try to take down the spaceship. In the bottom right, we see the minifigs. There are only, I guess, 5 figs in here if you include Space Kitty. In addition to her, we've got Wild Style, the super secret police pilot. We've got Emmett in his tinfoil gear, which is not exactly canon. And we've got Benny, of course, because this is his spaceship. Top left, we've got, of course, the LEGO logo, LEGO movie logo, and we see this set is for ages 9 to 14, but that is just a suggestion. Looking at the top real quick, we also see those figures again that are in here. Again, those 5, and those are 1-to-1 scale. Switching over to the back, you've got another shot of the spaceship, much closer to the ground this time. Benny looking super excited that he finally got to build his spaceship. Wild Style in one of the little crafts, taking out the super secret police operative as he's trying to attack Emmett. And we also see these 2 cool little droids, which if you got any of the 80s classic space sets, you will kind of recognize those as being very reminiscent of some of the little models that came back there. Looking down along the bottom, we see some different action features. So the droids apparently stow away there and can pop out to repair the ship while it's flying around. You can see the middle opens up and there's room for potentially 3 minifigs in there. We've got the call out for some of the action features. There's 2 different types of missile launchers, both the new 1x4 launcher and the older spring-loaded rubber-tipped launcher. And also we've got the little ships that pop off the wings, and an ad for the LEGO movie video game. But enough of the box, let's take a look at what's inside. Alright, that was really satisfying. So we've got a whole bunch of bags in here. There's bag 3 and 2 and 6 and 1, 4, 5, and 7. So 7 bags of pieces. We've got the instructions that come in this nice cardboard backed bag so they don't get bent. Always nice to see that. So we'll take those out. We've got a sheet of stickers, which are printed on clear backing, which is cool. We've got some classic space logos. I'm sure lots of people love that. We've got some Octan logos, some different control panels, it looks like. Let's see. Oh, actually, that's upside down. That's interesting. So we can see here that there are numbers on here, and this says LL2079. I am not up to date on my classic space model numbers, but I believe that is a set from a while ago. We also see that these say LL929, which I believe is the Galaxy Explorer, although don't quote me on that. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. Still nice looking sticker sheet. Good, a lot of good uses if you're not going to apply them to the set. And we've also got 2 giant instruction books. Really cool. Definitely going to be take quite a bit to put this set together. So with that out of the way, let's take a closer look at the pieces. Alright, so it's time to take a closer look at the pieces in this set. So we'll start with the first bag here. You've got, of course, your brick separator. If you don't already have a dozen or so of these, you get another one, or you get one here. We've got some nice cockpit pieces. So we've got this nice one in trans clear. It's got a bar on here to attach to some clips. We've got this oldie but goodie in trans yellow. Haven't seen it in a number of years, in this color at least, and it definitely helps evoke the whole classic space vibe that this set's going for. You've got the old school classic space seat, which was designed, I believe, to have this notch in here so the astronauts or spacemen's backpack could fit in there. We have a silver piece of resistance. So, you know, it was red in all of the other sets this year, but this one it's silver since it is supposed to be wrapped in tin foil. A lot of other minifig pieces that I'm not really going to go into. I'll take a quick look. You've got Wild Styles hood in blue. You know, good variety, even some basic bricks. Looks like this bag is mainly going to be for the two little side fighters and then the super secret police fighter as well. You know, another classic space part I've seen a lot of use over the years. So nothing else too exciting here, I don't think. All right, so put that out of the way and take a look at bag number 2. We've got some really big pieces. This looks like it's definitely going to be starting the base of the ship. So we've got a piece like that, and some of these, some nice kind of Technic frames to help create the base. You know, some of these kind of hull pieces that I'm sure we'll be using to kind of make the underside. A bunch of yellow and blue and light bluish gray to really evoke those classic space colors. So that's really awesome. All right, going on to the third bag. We've got these big boat hull pieces, I guess. You can call them a couple of those. And we've got this one, which I believe, if it's not unique to this set in dark bluish gray, it's one of the few sets you'll find it in dark bluish gray in, so that's cool. A random brown bar piece. We've got these nice wing pieces in light gray, so that's cool. The 3 by, whatever this is, 16 or 12. Nice printed control panel. Nice to see pieces like that being printed. And then, this is a separate design, so we get 2 different designs there. Nice little trans clear control piece. Aside from that, though, nothing else really jumping out. You know, mainly kind of core pieces for the ship. All right, going on to number 4. We've got some of these big wing pieces that, you know, are meant to go with the previous ones I showed off to create a large slope, likely to be used for the wings here. Aside from that, we've got some pretty large plates in this one and some Technic beams. We've got this, which I'm assuming is probably going to be used for like an engine. Lost that one. We've got some slope pieces and some little Technic bits here to help hold everything together. So decent variety. Again, you know, gray, blue, and yellow is the common color scheme, but nothing too amazing. Then we've got bag number 4. Got some more of those wing pieces. Just take that out so you can see the rest. Got this nice big piece here for the main kind of dome area behind the cockpit. I'm going to put this down for a sec so I can show off a couple of these pieces. So one of the cooler pieces is we've got this 1x4 tile, which is actually engraved or etched, so it has a texture. I'm not sure how well that'll show up on the camera, but this is not just printed on, it's actually kind of engraved or embossed onto this piece. I don't know if this is unique to every set. If it is, oops, I just showed you my secret code or whatever, but that's definitely a cool looking piece. Alright, we've also got the new 1x4 spring loaded launcher piece. We do have some 1x1 plates in warm gold, I believe is the color. So I believe these are exclusive to the set. We've got some of these nice 2x2 round tiles with a hole in the middle. These are, I've seen them used in a lot of different ways in MOCs, so very useful. We've got this 1x4 modified kind of window piece in trans yellow. I believe this is exclusive to this set, at least the newer version, right? Because they remolded the piece not too long ago to have curved edges instead of the straight ones. So I believe this piece existed back in the 80s, early 90s in the old mold, but it's nice to see it being brought back. And we've also got the X-Wing canopy piece. This was from the new UCS scale X-Wing, but remolded in trans yellow, so that's cool. Looking at the other pieces in here, a lot of blue. Blue is definitely the predominant color. We've got some cool pieces like that, some different slope pieces, some plates, some hoses, some tiles there, some window pieces. Again, blue and light gray and yellow being the predominant colors on here. Nothing else there really jumping out at me though. So we'll take a look at bag number 6. Alright, so here we've got the 6th bag. We've got some big plates and wing pieces taking up a lot of the space. We've got some Technic beams. I believe that this is one of the few, if not the only set that this arch piece comes in light gray, so that's cool. We've got some more blue slopes in both of the varieties, and a lot of different kind of basic and modified bricks, some bricks with the Technic axle, some headlight bricks, but nothing else in here that's really too exciting. And take a quick break and we're going to go look at bag 7. And here we've got the 7th and final bag. Taking a look at some of these parts, we've got this nice classic kind of triple megaphone piece, or maybe thruster piece, however you want to look at it. We've got this spring-loaded blaster in gray. It's interesting that at least the ones I've had in the past were never all one color. The trigger mechanism was always a different color, so interesting to see that. We've got the spring-loaded missile that does not belong with the launcher piece I just showed, but with the other spring-loaded launcher that is not in this bag, interestingly enough. But we do have the missile from the launcher in the bag. We've got this nice little blue canopy piece. Good old classic space thruster part. Another classic space staple. Nice engine here. We've also got a 1x4 slope in blue with the classic space logo printed on it. So this is a brand new piece, both in this color and with this printing. So it's really cool. And we also have that same slope with no printing on it. Other than that, there's some plates and some radar dishes and some different things. Since this is the last bag, I imagine this is kind of just the icing on the cake. Lots of little details and greeblies to add to it to kind of finish off the model. So with the parts out of the way, I'm going to go build this set. Guessing since it's going to take a while, I'm probably going to spin that off into a separate video. So you should see a link somewhere right around here to go watch the build video for this. And here we've got the finished set, and oh, what a set it is. Short version, if you can find this set on sale for $80, that is a steal and you need to get it right now. And even if you can't and you have to pay full price, you definitely should, especially if you're a fan of the Lego Movie or classic space. We'll start out by taking a look at the minifigs. So this is the cheapest way as of right now, until the 2015 sets, to get Benny the Spaceman. So he's got the classic space logo on his torso that's been kind of worn off. He's got this really happy, goofy grin and his broken helmet, which is odd because I don't ever remember these helmets breaking. On the back of his head, he's got the classic smiley face. So that's pretty cool. He's got his walkie-talkie. He does not have any back printing. No back printing there, but he does have the classic space backpack. So definitely An interesting take on a favorite fig from the 80s. Next up, we've got Wild Style in her spacesuit outfit. So she uses the same hairpiece and same head as most of the other sets. The same hood piece as in some sets, but in blue. And her torso is mainly blue, but it has kind of the same kind of graffiti pattern that her normal torso has, but it features like the classic space logo on there. And of course it's continued onto the back as well with some like control panel, little motifs. So that's really cool. Designers did a great job with that. And of course, you know, she's got the nice hair. Next up, we've got Emmett. Odd inclusion for this set since he was never actually in Benny's spaceship, and not in most of the scene until he gets his Constructo mech. And actually in this outfit would have, I thought, be better to go with Lord Business's evil lair, because that is when he dresses up using the tinfoil to disguise himself as a robot. So it's pretty similar to the normal Benifig, except he's got the silver on his feet there. He's got gray hands instead of yellow. He's got the same headpiece with the built-in hair, but his head is silver with yellow printing, and he's got that scared look on his face. There's no printing on the back of the... Oh, there's some printing. I mean, it's got a kind of a texture, but there's no secondary face on the back. And the back of the torso is the same. I believe the torso itself is the same as the one in all of the other sets. It's just the legs and the head that are different. And of course, we also have the silver piece of resistance, because that is also covered in tinfoil to hide it from the robots. All right, we've got Space Kitty, so Unikitty in her space outfit. Same build as we've seen in Cloud Cuckoo Palace and Lord Business's Evil Lair, but different colors for the parts. So she's got a 1x3 brick with her face print on it, with it's kind of got a little edge on there so you can see that it's a spacesuit. Her tail is now in blue. Her torso, which is a 1x3 arch, has the classic space logo on it, only on the one side. And she's got these nice 1x1 gold plates, which are, I believe, exclusive to this set in there. Then we've got, last but not least, the super secret policeman, whose visor just fell apart. All right, so he's got the classic kind of aviator helmet. I believe this first appeared in some of the Adventurers sets in the 90s. So the visor doesn't quite go down all the way, but still looks pretty cool. Basic black legs. I believe he is exclusive to this set. He's got a really different head and torso design from what we've seen, but you can still see he's got the tie, the shirt and tie on underneath, and some nice back printing. Hopefully that's some sort of parachute. And he has his gun that we saw in a lot of the other sets, although most of them do not feature the 1x1 transferred cone on the front. Okay, and sort of figs that we have in this set as well are the couple of robots. So if you had any classic space sets, even going into the Spirius line, from what I remember, they kind of feature some of these little robot guys. Different designs. Obviously back then they didn't have cheese slopes, but now they do. And I think all the other parts are pretty vintage. Pretty basic design, nothing much to them, but definitely a nice little homage to some of the classic space sets, and really cool to see them on there. All right, so taking a look at the actual models itself, we'll start with the secret police little fighter here. So he can pop in there. It's got a control panel in there for him to control the ship with. Nice little canopy, pops closed. Pretty basic construction. It does use some snot here for these curve slopes, so that's pretty nice. I do like the use of the pneumatic T's. There's kind of these little laser or greebles going on there. A couple engines in the back. The canards can kind of go up and down, but nothing else much going on there. No flick fire missiles or other play features. But still, it's a cool looking little ship, and it's good to have the good guys and the bad guys in here. Before we look at Benny's spaceship in its entirety, we're going to pop off one of these guys over here. So these are little spaceships that go on the end. They use these little click hinges to attach, and so the wings can go up and down, and then the canopy opens, and Wild Style, for instance, can pop on there, and it's got a sticker on here for a targeting computer and a control panel in there as well for her to control the ship, and she can zoom around and take out some of the super secret police that are attacking. Alright, so that's a nice little touch there. The first of many play features we'll be checking out in this set. Without further ado, we've got Benny's Spaceship Spaceship Spaceship. So we'll take a look at this area right here first. So this is Unikitty's area. I really like the way that this kind of whole canopy was built. As you're building it, you see like a lot of gaps, and you're like, oh, this is going to be all kind of gappy and stuff. But they really do a good job filling it in with like these snot pieces and everything. Got a nice little control panel, and that allows Unikitty to pop right in there, and then use the battle droid body to hold her in place. She's got the new spring-loaded missiles, so those work pretty well, and you do get a third one for when you inevitably lose those two. What's cooler though is when you open this up, you have like the engineering section in here, so there's a couple control panels in here, and hopefully we'll be able to take a look. You can see there's this 1x4x4 or 1x4x3 trans clear window with a sticker on it. You can see it's got a thermometer, a little radioactive symbol on it. And if you look in there, you can see there's actually what looks like it's supposed to be some sort of kind of warp core or other sort of sci-fi power source. So it's really cool. It's a really awesome detail that when I was building it, you know, and I saw that, I was like, oh wow, that is some awesome attention to detail in there. So in the cockpit in the front, we can open that up, and there are some control panels, which are stickers along the sides here, and then there's a bunch more control panels here in the front for the pilot, in addition to some lights. I'm not sure why exactly those are there, but we'll put this down for a sec. If we pop out, oh, took his hand with it. So with those three seats there, what it allows us to do is put in, hopefully, put in Benny, and we'll put Wild Style on the back because there's controls back there for her to use. And I'm not sure if Emmett's going to fit in here. Let's find out if he fits in there with a piece of resistance on. Yeah, it looks like because of the design of the seat, it does fit in there. And then the canopy mostly closes. Looks like it's a little tight with Emmett and the piece of resistance, so maybe we can pop off the piece of resistance, pop Emmett back in there. We gave him the seat with no control so he can't break anything, and then the cockpit closes nice and easy. So it's really cool that you can fit all three minifigures in there. And then, I mean, even still, there's kind of two seats in here, and there's some additional space in there that you could have, you know, some other minifigs in there. That's another thing I missed. There are a couple tools. You got a wrench and a hammer, which are always, you know, the best way to fix complex spaceships. All right, let's see what else. So there are a lot of stickers in this set. You've probably seen a couple of them. So on this piece, there's some latch stickers. I do like the ones on these slopes here, the LL929, nice little homage. I like, you know, I'm not a big fan of flick fire missiles, but I like the way they put these stickers on here so they line up with the flick fires. So that worked pretty well. So, you know, there's 4 of those. What other play features we got? I showed you the robots, showed you those. So I think the next biggest play feature is if you take the engine back here and you push it forward, you'll see that these things are actually pretty loose. And as you do that, the wings go out and it exposes these spring-loaded launchers back here and allows them to fire. And so that's really cool that, you know, you've got this action feature. Let's see. Looks really cool, works really well. I like that they're in sync as opposed to sometimes with action features like this where you have to move each wing or whatever individually as opposed to as a group. There are some more stickers back here. So the classic space logo here is printed. These are stickers. These are stickers showing the detachment point. I showed you the stickers on these canopies before, which do have a really cool design. Let me fix this and show off that again. So it's got a cool kind of targeting computer design going on there. Then you've got, I believe the last stickers are here on the wings. These are probably the most annoying because you don't have a lot of good reference points on lining the stickers up. Okay. There might have been, there's some other stickers here and there on the inside. On the engine core I was showing off before, things like that. Overall, this is definitely a nice homage to the classic space sets of the 70s and 80s. It's got the blue and the gray with the yellow, trans yellow highlights. Definitely a nice callback to those sets. I love all the details like these hoses here. They use the new 1 or 2x2 round tiles with a hole in them to great effect in a couple spots with these nice little greebles, little megaphone pieces. You've got the dish that kind of moves and I guess actually folds down to cover up the robots there. Technically the fins here fold, although they definitely look better in the down position. Haven't showed off the bottom, not much to show off. It's pretty bare down here. Definitely just the core of the ship. Maybe it could have been a little better, add some landing gear or something, but I think most of the time you're going to be looking at this from the top, and you're not going to really see that. That's another thing, I'm holding this in one hand. It's really solid. As long as you got Unikitty's little battle droid body engaged, she's not going to fall out of there. These things they're pretty loose, so when you're doing barrel rolls, you got to watch out for that. But one-handed, I can hold it. It's pretty solid. It's definitely very swooshable, so that's cool. Definitely a lot of playability in this set. You've got the 4 normal minifigures. You have the 2 robots and Space Kitty. We've got 4 flick fires, 2 of the spring-loaded, new spring-loaded, and 2 of the old spring-loaded launchers. So tons of play features. Spaceships are popping off, the wings that move. Not enough good things can be said about this set. I had a lot of fun building it. Definitely not an easy build. It is going to take you a while. Got to make sure you pay close attention to some of the instructions and make sure everything's lined up properly. Otherwise, features like the wings are not going to work. But a lot of fun. I look forward to displaying this and keeping this around for a while, and definitely recommended. So make sure you head over to BZPower to check out the full review of this set with pictures and more thoughts and opinions. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to get all of the latest reviews that we're doing as soon as we post them. And make sure you visit BZPower, check out the front page, check out the forums, join in the discussion. A lot of talk going on right now about 2015 sets coming, especially Bionicle. So if that's your thing, come visit, join, discuss. We got contests and raffles going on all the time. Lots of stuff to do there. Make sure you check it out. Thanks everyone for watching the review. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you next time.